In the past, we collaborated with the ANA on Marketing2020, and what we try to do there is really make sense of all the changes that are happening around marketing organizations and bring them down to some key levers, a framework or some real levers that they can pull that we know have effect, and go beyond somebody's view on what works, but actually is data backed. We're now repeating that, very much focused on the strategies, the structures and the capabilities required for growth. Because what we're seeing is that there is growth, but it's moving to very uncomfortable places for most of the established players. If you look at CPG, for example, or FMCG as it's known in Europe, 90% of the CPG growth over the last 5 years has actually been driven by people outside the top 25. In other words, there is growth, but it's being pulled in by other players. And the big established companies are finding that their traditional models for marketing and sales are much less relevant in a world where consumers are choosing very personalized solutions and media is fragmenting beyond recognition. So our program is a research study that actually aims to give marketing and business leaders real practical tools by January next year, where we look at how growth overperformers differ in how they define growth, but also how they build growth strategy, organize for growth, and how they build the new capabilities and combine those with the traditional capabilities of marketing and business. And what we're seeing, one very early insight from the first 50 interviews, we're going to do about 500 around the world, and then that's followed by a major piece of quant study, is what we're seeing is that there's probably an evolving role for marketing here, where marketing perhaps in the past was the brand captain, really, you know, this is what we stand for and such. Over the last few years, and Marketing2020 talked about this, marketing evolved into a role of almost the purpose coach, the marketing coach within the organization, coaching everyone that they play their role in bringing alive the brand purpose, delivering the solutions to consumers. And we see a next step, which is really required, which is for the marketers to evolve into the mindset of business owners. It's all about now what drives growth in a business sense, what drives bottom and top line growth, what drives personal growth for your staff, and how do we recruit the best people. And it's much more of an owner mindset, so from captain to coach to owner, because that's when you have the invitation in the boardroom to really be a peer. If marketers are seen to be playing with brands with different metrics rather than the hard business metrics that everybody else in the board works with, they're not part of the team and they're not part of driving real growth strategy.